Hi guys, it's October the 23rd and today I'm hoping to plant the elephant garlic. So I've actually been keeping them in the fridge. That's some there here in a Ziploc bag. I'll just get some out and show you. So on around here, again this camera's not, it's useless actually close up, so you might not be able to make it out, but just round the basil plate there are some tiny little white roots have sprouted. They're probably only about 3 mil at the moment, and similarly if we look at this clove here, again I don't know whether you can make them out, they're just running across there, some little white roots. So they've been in this Ziploc bag inside the fridge for about maybe a couple of weeks, so it's time now to get them planted. So I'm off down the plot, I'll catch you down there. Alright guys, we're down the plot here. Just a quick pan round. So the garlic's going to go in this bed here. I've got one bag out ready. What I'll probably do is harvest some of these leaves, these lettuce leaves, and then move, depending on how many garlic I've got, I'll either lift some and move them up, or I'll transplant them into the greenhouse. Hopefully they'll keep going for a few more weeks. Right, so what I've got here, what we've got is rounds. I've put them about 8 inches apart, and there's 5 in this row. This is an 8 by 4 foot by 4 foot bed. So I'll say I've got 5 there, spaced about 8 inches apart, and we just need to plant them in a hole about 2 to 3 times the depth of the bulb. Make sure pointy end upwards, basil plate down. That's what you do. So about that should be fine, you can see that. Now then we'll just go along the row, and then I'll get a stick to mark where the row is. Okay, so we've got a little stick here just to mark the row, one at the other end, and it's just really a case of covering them over. Now I've been careful to try not to damage anything on the basil plate. We don't want to cause any damage to those little fine white roots. I think I'm going to have to crack on. I can feel a few spots of rain coming along already. Okay, so that's one row in. I'll bring you back. Bit of an early tea break. Look at it. It's raining once again. Look over there, it doesn't look promising at all. BBC weather app, absolutely rubbish. I can't believe how badly they get it wrong. Anyway, I'm going to have a brew and I might have to just get these. I've got 5 more large rounds to plant, and I might have to abandon plans for the time being and come back later today. We'll see. Oh, we've got a temporary reprieve, look at that, even a glimmer of sunshine. So we've back on with the job. So I've planted 10 large rounds where the sticks are, as I say, 8-inch apart that way and about a foot apart coming up the bed. So now there's a couple of cloves there, the first two are cloves, and then the rest are rounds. They're slightly smaller, but I'm giving those the same planting distance. And then the bags over there, the rounds have got progressively smaller, so I can get, you know, I'll probably put 8 instead of 5 into a row. I can plant them a bit closer because they're smaller. I've moved a couple of lettuces, so we'll just keep working our way up the bed. So on that row you can see I've decreased the planting distance by half, so about 4 inches apart, but same in terms of depth, roughly about twice the depth of the bulb, should I say. And then I've got 5 small rounds in there, so that's obviously not a full row, about half a row. So I'll move that one and that one. I might plant those inside the greenhouse just as a bit of an experiment, and that'll give me, you know, kind of half a row in there, and that'll be the garlic planted. Right, that's the last one. I suppose the only other thing to mention about planting these is just keep moving them around, don't plant them in the same place, and then obviously that way you reduce the risk of white rot. And then the other thing is that I'll give them a feed in spring. There's no fertiliser in there at the moment. I'll just give them a feed in spring of NPK to help them on the way, you know, when they start growing again, sort of probably early March, I suppose. And I move those 2 lettuces into the greenhouse. Happy days. Right guys, just a quick look in the greenhouse. So there's one of the Lolo Rosso. I took the other one in over there. These overwintering lettuces are doing pretty well. I've noticed there's just 1 or 2, if I can bring the camera in a wee bit, where they see these leaves underneath sort of gone a little bit rotten or something, so I'm going to remove those. I don't want anything like that leaving on. It'll hopefully, the removal of such things will hopefully get it to throw new leaves out from the centre, if you like. The other observation is that, if you recall, I transplanted some spring onions. Well, actually those, no, they weren't transplanted, I think in this one here. Summit, see, there are a ruddy lot of them. I have no idea what it is, but they've completely cleaned them up, whatever it is. But it's weird that they haven't touched those. If anybody knows then what's causing that, I'd be grateful if you could let me know. Some type of cutworm maybe. Absolutely no idea. But these are looking pretty good since I moved them inside the in the greenhouse. You know, we're outside on top of a trestle. But yeah, they might just make up. Yeah, I'm hoping so. So just working in between showers. You can see I cut the grass again a couple of days ago. I wonder if that'll be the last cut for this year. This plot adjacent to me has come up for grabs. I don't know if you can see that there. They've put a post and wire. They've actually divided it into 2. They seem to be doing that quite a lot these days. Full-size plots, a lot of people don't want them. It's too much work. But a half a plot seems to work quite well. Though things obviously now are slowing down, I'm still going to be busy. I acquired this plastic garden shed here. I think it's about 6'6" by 5'6" or something. So I've just put it up against there for the time being, but that's actually going over to the micro orchard. So I'm going to be busy when I get some fine weather to make a base and then put that up. So that'll be great. Probably do a last cut of the comfrey to go on the compost. I've got all the raspberries tied in, and then there'll really just be the fruit trees to prune later on once the leaves have gone. But I always generally prune the blackcurrants There's a couple just there when the leaves have gone. And I've got quite a few, obviously, as you know, over on the micro orchard. I've got all the gooseberry bushes there to prune, so that's usually sort of November time. And just again in November, these suckers from the damson tree, I'll have those to dig up. A big one there, another one that I healed in there. I think there's 4 just here. Turn right, yeah, there's a big one over here. So I've got those to dig up and transplant as well. And I'm really always impressed and struck by the beauty of these, the leaf colour on these blueberry bushes. Absolutely stunning. So from the relative comfort of the garden shed, that's it for this one, guys. I'm just having another brew. So thanks very much as always for watching, and don't forget, smash that like button for me, and please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye for now.